Y'all have words?
No.
There's an intro I'm supposed to say.
I'm like Roman.
I'm supposed to do words. Bro. What's the intro again? Hello, you beautiful people. Welcome to us not knowing what to say. Yeah. Bro says, what do you even say? Facts.
I don't know.
We do not know.
This helped.
That facts. We killed an entire bottle of wine throughout that episode, in case you were wondering what the hell
That's funny.
just happened. Where the hell do we go? Where the hell do we even go from here? Okay,
I don't know.
Just to acknowledge the fact that we have 65 viewers in the chat. Thank you for
Thank you guys.
tuning in and for being here with us. Really appreciate the support and everyone wanting to just come together and discuss Succession and everything with us. I am a little bit speechless, if you couldn't tell. About what the hell we just watched. That was a roller coaster, bro.
Yeah.
That entire episode was a roller coaster. And I would just like to say one thing. I think this show is the king of fake outs. Like, this show is the give and go, bro. Like, this show shows you we're going in this direction, and as soon as you get comfortable walking that path, they just completely throw you off.
Yeah,
completely bring you a different.
There were so many moments in this where I was like trying to call things that were going to happen, and they just didn't happen.
Wasn't happening. You'll see in the reaction, we're like, "Oh, this is." Nope, it's not happening.
Nope.
There's something else is happening, and it's just, bro. Oh my god, holy shit! Like,
for real,
I'm still 1000% processing.
For real.
Are we satisfied with this ending,
bro?
I think it's going to take time to analyze.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, for me at least, yes, it makes sense. Tell me not. Like, it makes sense. The ending makes sense.
Yeah.
Someone said no. Louis said no.
For some of you, no. Yeah. For me, it does make sense, but there could have also been more of a follow up to each person's ending. But
Becca, Shakespeare in its truest form, a pure tragedy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
1000%.
That's how I see it. That's how I see it.
What
the only person who we get to see like actually be happy in the end is Roman as well.
I feel like more relief.
Yeah.
Than happy.
But
like,
relief will bring the happiness.
That final scene where he smirks and he's like,
yeah.
It felt like he, I don't know, breathed for the first time or something. Like had his first breath of like fresh air.
Right.
Dude.
Right.
Insane. I want to go back to I think we just take this from the top of the episode, but before that, just a quick thing to everybody. We really appreciate everybody being here. I really hate doing this stuff, and I don't like to ask people to do this, but we are providing a donation link for our channel. You do not have to donate. No one is gonna require you to do anything, but we're gonna be putting a donation link because we are putting a lot of effort into these videos, and we go week in, week out thinking about how we're going to make the next video better. We've been buying new equipment. We've been putting new things up as decoration. We've been just seeing what's the 1% better that we can do in every single video. So that donation link is if you would like to support that, if you would like to donate to somehow bringing more life to these videos and helping us, make it 1% better each time, then that's what that link is for. And just know that that's where that money will go, just so you know.
Most importantly, comment, like, and subscribe.
Yes.
That is the most important thing.
If you cannot donate and you do not want to donate, at least if you like what we're saying, or if you like spending time with us watching these movies, like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. That works just as good as well. But that's there in case people want to. That's the last I'll say of that. Now let's talk about the show.
Let's move on.
Anyway, from the top, bro. Oh my God. I think that from the beginning of the show, I felt Kendall was off.
Yeah.
The beginning of the show. Like, he is trying to get, when he found out that Stewie wasn't really on his side, like right off the bat, it felt like the entire, like everything was kind of crumbling around him from the beginning. And then you have Roman visiting his mom, and his mom telling Shiv, but not Kendall. So he's like grasping at straws.
Right.
Like grasping at straws the entire way. And it's been like, you know, you're like, how is he going to come out of this? How is he going to come out of this? And it's starting to look bad for him, really bad for him.
Yeah.
You start seeing Shiv, you know, trying to manipulate Madsen. You see the cartoon with the puppet strings and everything, which I was like, this is a big thank you, Perfect Ajo, for subscribing. Appreciate the subscription. But you see, like, you know, the everyone's kind of failing a little bit, right? Everyone is crumbling in their own kind of space, even Madsen a little bit. And then we get them kind of, you know, reconvening at their mom's house, right? And that's when I think the show faked us out so hard, like 1000% faked us out. Like
that scene when they were
in the kitchen,
bonding in the kitchen, it was putting a smile on our faces.
Oh my God,
we
bro,
were
I
like,
smiled the
oh
whole
my
time.
gosh, they're actually gonna do it,
bro.
They're actually gonna do it. They're actually gonna, you know, actually work together for the first time. And like you have said the entire season, you're like, yo, if they just work together and just put everything out to the side, they would run this company really well.
Because they all have something that's positive, something that brings something to the table. Like they all have attributes that are good for potentially running a business and for actually running this company. So that was the point that I think would have been like important for them to hone in on, and it felt like that was all coming together, and it felt like the puzzle pieces were finally coming together. And you know, oh my God, dude, like I didn't notice that I was smiling until like I caught myself.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because the scene was messed up. Like they were Kendall was in the ocean, and they were like, maybe we could murder him kind of thing. And I was just laughing because I was like, oh damn, like this is them actually being, you know, sibling-y and like loving.
But they were actually rational for the first time.
Yeah.
Understanding like, oh crap, our dad messed us up.
Yeah, it felt like a little bit of acceptance of that.
And being like, wait, he really pinned us against each other.
Yeah. I also
it was a moment of acceptance. And I was like, whoa, like we're actually seeing this. But of course, Jesse Armstrong is gonna do his thing. Yeah. And it's a tragedy at the end of the day.
I felt like in the beginning, when we were, you know, when they were first doing that, I do feel a little bit like they were maybe realizing what their dad had done to them. But I think more on it now, and I'm like, I think they were just realizing they were all kind of in a corner, and the best, you know, they had to go all in on one bet, and that bet was Kendall. And they didn't like the bet, but at the end of the day, they lived with it because, you know, I guess the enemy you know is better than the enemy you don't, right? And they know Kendall, they know his faults, they know everything. But the scene where they were just, you know, in there and making the disgusting ass shake.
A meal fit for a king.
Yeah, the meal fit for a king. That scene,
and
bro.
Shiv spits in it.
Oh,
I feel like that is like symbolic too.
Yeah.
Her spitting in the drink.
Yep.
Because she spits in the drink, and then afterwards she like basically
spits in his face.
Spits in his face too.
Yeah.
And doesn't vote for him.
So
it's crazy how like they had a whole moment where they were bonding together and you know, being good siblings, and then just let it crumble because of their egos.
Yeah.
Shiv not wanting to vote for Ken because obviously she sees a play with Tom, right? Yeah. It's not just because, oh, I think you'd be bad at it, whatever. There's reasons, I think, just to stay with Tom and have some sort of position.
Yeah,
just by being with him.
Some level, like she can't not have cards, or she can't not have leverage. Like you could see that she's super uncomfortable with that.
Right.
So the second that, like, you know, that flipped with Tom, and she saw, you know, oh my God, it's Tom. He's gonna be the CEO, whatever. She like had this dichotomy of like, damn, I'm not gonna be the one with power, and it's gonna be Tom. But also, I have an out if I don't want Kendall. Like, it's gonna be someone that I know, and someone that maybe could take care of me. And it was a gamble, but at the end, it looks like, you know, she had to kind of deal with it and just be, you know, realize that Tom was the one.
Yeah.
Do you want to get into some of these comments?
People are saying about the cheese, bro. The cheese was great.
Cheese.
Roman licking Peter's cheese.
Cheese was killing me.
Kendall was like, "Don't go down on Peter's cheese."
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Oh my God. Luis Raymond said Shiv ruined everything. I think Kendall ruined everything.
You think Kendall ruined it?
Bro, the entire season, we've seen Kendall get into these spots where he just has to, you know, see what the person needs, see what the person wants, and not like bombard them with all these options and like try to sell himself as, you know, this perfect option.
Yeah.
And it's fumbled Time after time, it's fumbled. And at the most desperate moment, he goes back to that same tactic with his sister, who reads through his bullshit. Reads right through his bullshit. We seen way back or earlier in this season when Roman and Kendall were talking about in the Gojo deal, they were at a board meeting. They were like, oh, maybe we don't think the deal's good. We have worries about Mattson. And she saw right through it. She sees right through Kendall. He made it all about himself, 100%. Goody said that. 24 says that.
Kayla, yeah, go ahead and post it. Go ahead. She said it's okay for me to post something I just Jammer Strong say about.
Yeah, Kayla, please.
Post
totally 100%,
fine. Yeah.
Everyone that's in here, like,
go ahead.
It's spoilers.
Yeah.
Like, that it's spoilers.
Yeah,
so.
this is
Jeremy Strong said they did a shot where Kendall climbed over the rail and Colin runs to stop him.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I think that makes sense, but I think like you almost imagine that that's where it was heading when they cut it off. You know what I mean? And that's why Colin is there,
following him
to make sure, right? And it's like, it's sad because Colin doesn't almost want to be there, right? You remember Colin didn't really want to be his bodyguard, didn't want to work with him, and it's just sad to see.
I think just seeing Colin in that situation too. It's just,
and Kendall lost everything.
Yeah,
Kendall lost everything: kids, wife, brother, sister, the job, dad.
Yeah. If there's anyone that's the most broken after this, it's Kendall, because he has nothing else to hold on to after this.
Yeah,
Roman gets the relief, like doesn't have to deal with this shit anymore. Shiv gets, she's gonna be Tom's.
She's gonna be miserable.
She's gonna be miserable, but she's gonna be still like involved. It was her choice to be miserable.
She, because she
chose
Kendall.
the lesser of two evils.
Because she didn't want Kendall. She probably thought. Okay, question. In Shiv's position, do you guys think what she did was the right decision? Do you guys think not right decision, but kind of understand why she came up with that conclusion?
Yes.
Right.
Bro, I mean, in my mind, yes. Ken is Richard III for sure. I'm dead.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Lost everything. He's still a billionaire. Yeah, I mean, they have money, but I think their sense of fulfillment that especially came from their dad the whole time is you got to be a leader at something, or you got to run the family company. You got to do whatever. So I feel like that's their sense of purpose. It always has been, and they don't know anything else.
Yeah. I think with Kendall,
that's the whole reason why they wanted to attack Mattson in the first place, right? Because they could have just sold Waystar and taken the money.
Yeah.
But Kendall was like, nah.
Well, you realize though, like these kids have no notion about what money is,
right?
Like what the money means, how much it is. Because like when their dad originally wanted to sell, they were all out of it. Why?
Yeah.
Because they were like, we're losing the power. Right, like that's the thing that they've cared about their entire lives. It's the same reason that Charlie showed that baseball scene we were looking at in the pre finale, live. We looked at Roman offering this kid $1 million to hit a home run. It's like, nah, bro, it's not about the money. It's about the power. It's the power I have over you. Yeah. So them losing the business is all of that. That's all the power. They're gone.
Wow. So we getting some yes and no's in the comments. Is that Gucci 24? Is that, I say that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Shiv was pregnant. If she had rejected the Gojo deal, then she was gonna have to raise her kid without her father. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Noemi said it was a decision she had to make to have
at least something
per say. It was something or nothing. Essentially, this was the most she can get.
Yeah. Definitely, for sure.
Becca said no.
She did it for selfish reasons. I can't have it. You can't. I think she somewhat did it for selfish reasons, but like there are so many reasons to point to the fact why Kendall can't be CEO.
Yeah.
And why he's not sufficient. Like the biggest play he made this entire season was inflating BS numbers about a part of Waystar that was a business dealing that low-key made no sense.
Yeah.
And all of it was fake. It was all built on bravado, falsehoods, and just trying to sell himself. So in my mind, and this is just a personal opinion, I think the writers left it as subjective as possible for you to try to understand.
Lada, she says Shiv became her mom.
Would
you say that?
In what way?
Yeah.
I'd love to.
Yeah, I would love to hear more about that.
To understand. Became whose mom?
Shiv became her mom.
Her own mom.
Her own mother. Yeah.
That's an interesting perspective. Definitely want to see more on that.
What fate awaits Greg? Does he become Tom's number 2? Nah, I don't think he becomes Tom's number 2. I think Tom's going to keep him in the doghouse. Like,
yeah, Tom is going to use him for the same reasons, same purposes that he's already been using him for. Any bad news or any shit that has to go out, Greg, go do it.
Yep.
He's not going to handle it.
Yeah. Coffee runs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Firing people, mass layoffs. Greg.
It's Greg.
The bearer of bad news.
Paul says Kendall would have given Shiv a bigger role in the company. I feel that anything Mattson will allow. I think she did it because she could not stomach Kendall having after she was so close to getting it. I do think that plays a role in the decision for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think that it was one thing specifically over the other. I do think there was a good bit of jealousy. I think there was a bit of, damn, I can't have it. Like, you can't, whatever. Like, the entire vote, you saw how smug Kendall was? Like, super
He was so
smug.
confident. He was like, "Nah, we're getting out of here." Shiv
With
had
the
that.
dub.
Yeah.
Like he was, no worry in his head that this was all gonna go well, no problems at all, and he absolutely fumbled it. And the second that he had that confidence, I was like, this is not gonna go well.
Yeah. A lot of respondents. She said her mom said once, "I haven't won a single battle in my life, and now she's just gonna be a mom, and that's it." Wow. That's true. What battles has Shiv won?
None.
But you can argue that for any of the kids. You can argue for any of them that they haven't won any battles. Maybe battles, but not the war, so to speak.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you think this story would have been as well received? Roy family were Black or Latino?
Ooh.
Interesting. I mean,
okay, as Latinos ourselves.
Yeah. I think
so it would be well received for.
I think that in order to make this story authentic and bring to light like the reality of what happens, like there are very rich white people in America that are similar to the Roy family. So, and I know that this was based off the Murdoch family specifically. Yeah. So they probably wanted to emulate that specifically.
But I think, are the Murdoch family, are they even American?
I have no idea. They're probably European, if anything.
Is the Murdoch family American?
I have no idea. Don't let me know. Don't.
I don't know.
The thing with that I think of is I almost want to. I want to say that is more of a problem with.
They're Aussie.
Yeah, I want to say that's a problem with money and not with like your race or ethnicity.
No.
You don't think so?
What, the family?
Yeah, the family dynamics, like the person saying, asking if it would have been, or would have been well received if they were Black or Latino. Yeah, I don't know.
I think you take some, well, not to say that, Blacks or Latino people can't be racist, but like there was definitely a lot of play on that and like white elitism and whatever. Like that was definitely a big thing in the show. So I think that dynamic, you take that out, and I think there's some less interesting elements in there. But I don't know. Not even something I really thought about, to be honest. Let's see. I think so. Empire was well received until it wasn't, but that was the same tier as Succession. I think it would have been well received. Yeah. I've heard a lot of good things.
I've seen Empire. I have. Yeah, it's a very interesting conversation.
Kate says here, as far as Shiv thinking she can control Tom, I disagree. She looked distraught at the end, like she did what she had to do for many reasons, but she knows the tables have turned. It wasn't a win. No, I agree with Kate for sure. I don't think that she thought that she could control Tom. I think that she thought maybe Tom will throw me a bone. Like that's basically where it was at the end. Like who really is going to have my best interests? Probably the father of my kids, instead of my drug addict brother who's also addicted to trying to be his dad. Like there's just so much there that I think she's been the most opposed to Kendall this entire time. Like from episode 1 of the first season all the way.
Yeah, she's been against him.
She's been super against him. So, as the second that vote came to her, I was like, bro, I would have a hard time seeing her actually vote for this man. Poor Kendall, at least he's free now. Yeah, I actually want to talk about that a little because I don't know if I feel like Kendall now is more trapped than ever. Because in a way, he's free from the rat race of trying to chase his dad, but this is really all he had left. And he's free of everything. Like brother says, like we talked about, his brother says
he has nothing.
He's got nothing.
And I said in the pre-show, it's like either he gets CEO and loses everything. The man lost everything.
He didn't even get CEO. He literally just lost.
He lost
absolutely everything. Absolutely everything.
Charlie, the link doesn't work.
Oh, it doesn't work.
Oh,
Oh no.
Hold on.
damn.
Well, I appreciate people even trying to.
We're noobs at this.
Does it work for you? I don't know.
Let me check.
It's all good. If
Davi's gonna work on.
I'm gonna work on it,
potentially
guys.
getting
Hold
the
on.
donation.
No worries.
Thank you for even trying. I really appreciate.
Yeah.
Either
And I was about to say something and I lost it. Oh yeah. For a moment I really thought that Tom fumbled the bag when he was telling Shiv that it was going to be him for CEO, because I felt like that was going to come and bite him in the ass afterwards. Because I thought they would play with, Mattson finding out that he told Shiv and this and that and the third.
Yeah.
It didn't, and it ended up working out in his favor either way. But
I thought for a second that Tom was a smokescreen, and you'll see that.
True.
In my reaction.
Yeah. And that too.
I thought Tom was a smokescreen when I saw Jerry entering the room. This was just my brain trying to it was just trying to make sense of what was happening and be like, no, this is what's happening. I was wrong. But when I saw Jerry coming into the boardroom, whatever, I was like, nah, Tom's the smokescreen for Jerry. They're going to appoint Jerry. But at the end of the day, Mattson just wanted someone to do his bidding. He saw that puppet cartoon and was like, I like that, but I want to be the puppet master, and I need a puppet, and Shiv is not.
Right.
That puppet.
Shiv would be controlling him too much all the time.
Absolutely love the Tom and Greg scene in the bathroom. Yeah, that was
slapping each other,
bro.
Sissy fighting.
Oh my god,
that was so. Yeah, that was it. I thought they were actually going to go into a full-out brawl, but then I thought about it, and both of them are not really like that type of person.
Yeah,
fighters, and they low key kind of have respect for each other. You can see that at the very end too, even when Tom is telling Greg he's a piece of shit, but he has a spot for him. And everything. So
true.
Greg lives on. He probably gets upgraded.
Hey, thanks for the subscription, K.XY. Really appreciate it.
So does Greg make more than $200K a year? Because he said, his salary was going to be pretty bad or whatever. But I don't know if that just means.
No, I think he's just messing with him.
I think he realizes now that he needs to throw. He's pulling a Logan.
Yeah.
Because Kendall tried to kill Logan. And Logan was like, you fucked up, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I'll take you under my wing.
Yeah.
So Tom basically tried to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Tom is the one who
and
actually
you brought it up. The demeanor when he came into the office.
Shifted
The
completely.
man was
completely shifted.
Bro, it was crazy.
It's because he spent a lot of time.
And he's always walked like that, but you
Logan
can tell he just looked a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Larger.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. His presence felt...
All the time that he spent ass kissing was observing how his demeanor, how his behavior should be, probably.
Yeah.
And then it just clicked. Boom. Instantly.
Yeah. He put the sticker on him. Yeah, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah. Because remember they were claiming property from Logan. He puts the sticker on Greg's forehead, bro.
200K for higher up at ETN seems low, to be honest. But no, he said he was an assistant.
Yeah.
He's like 200K, you'll be the highest paid assistant ever. That's an executive assistant. 200K, that's
crazy.
Pretty wild. That's crazy. Oh my god. Yeah, Greg's going back to doing coffee, bro.
Abby, Tom is the perfect corporate fit for CEO.
1000%.
Yeah.
1000%.
I think Mattson's play was smart.
Very smart.
You got a guy who's been in the corporate level, understands how this whole thing works. He's a good cover.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great cover.
Yeah.
Looks good in the cover, but when you actually start reading it, you're like, oh shoot, this guy's kind of trash.
He said, I need a front man.
Yeah.
I just need someone to sing the lyrics. I'll ghostwrite for you. You just sing the lyrics. Basically.
And he shunned when he
off Hugo.
Yeah, facts. The Hugo scene. He's like, where's Carolina?
1000%. 1000%.
So for people that are in disagreement that Shiv made the wrong decision, I want to know why. Why do you think Shiv made the wrong decision?
Yeah, I want to hear that too.
And also, if you think it wasn't a perfect ending, I want to see different perspectives as well, because I'm seeing people saying that they didn't think it wasn't a good finale. But Charlie, do you think it was a good finale? I know you said that you're still, gonna have to analyze everything and come to a conclusion at a later time. But first reaction,
it's crazy because I think like a lot of the people in the chat right now, I'm very torn with endings that don't have full resolutions, like kind of open-ended.
Yeah,
in a way.
Nolan does that a lot. Nolan does that a lot, and you're a big fan of Nolan.
It's true. It's true. I mean,
he films.
Nolan gives like a cliffhanger open resolution type of thing. There was no really cliffhanger in this. It was just unsolved, situations.
Yeah, I mean the big question was resolved, but you never really saw what happened. You don't see what
aftermath
happens
of each.
after,
Right, exactly.
in the aftermath. I want to highlight something Jose said. The scene in the kitchen is the closest to a flashback to them being kids as we could possibly get.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been saying this about this movie, the show, basically a movie at this point.
Yeah.
In the pre-live, I was saying that this show does an incredible job at not relying on flashbacks to give you key background and key insight into their lives and who they are. I think, we've seen multiple times now. I kind of got a call back from, when their dad came to see them at karaoke. And he was, rattling, he was trying to apologize for these different things. And then Kendall was calling him out for all the bad things. It was like, this is the kind of environment they're in as siblings, right? It's just kind of blaming dad and blaming each other, whatever. And they finally get into a moment where they can be, kind to each other, nice, and just mess around and like be like kids. And you saw, and that's perfectly said, Jose, like it was just a inside look into what it would be like if they were kids. And it was low-key heartbreaking. Like super heartbreaking. After you watch everything that transpired, like super heartbreaking.
Yeah, that scene where Kendall just looked like he was gonna murder Roman. That was a lot.
Yes,
that was a lot because you saw the.
And before that too, before that too, when Roman was having like second thoughts.
Thomas, good night, my friend. Thanks for joining us. It's 5:30 a.m. in Netherlands. So
get some rest. Thomas, you're the best.
Yeah, thank you for joining.
That moment where he goes in for a hug with Roman and then just like presses his face into his shoulder to like cut up his stitches.
Yeah,
that was him like basically like establishing some sort of dominance over Roman and being like, "You're not gonna screw this up today, buddy."
Yeah.
And you'll see that. You guys will see that if you watch our reaction afterwards too. That moment was very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, it's like I think the thing with Kendall and where he went wrong was that he's been so fixated on his dad accepting him as a killer and like gaining that killer mindset that he's forgotten how to find the sweet moments and the moments where you have to kind of bring somebody in and do a little coddling, a little bit of, whatever. Because even his dad did that with him.
Yeah, after that in season 1.
Yeah, and with all of them.
Well, yeah.
With all of them at some point.
But I remember the most is season 1.
Yeah, but when he knows that he needs to get you on his good side, like, he'll act sweet, he'll do whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, he did not learn that from Logan. He learned kill, kill, kill. And that's all that he ever really got from it. And I think that moment with Roman kind of captured that perfectly. Because it was like, he could have just gone in for the hug and, like, embraced him. But he had to hurt his brother.
Whoa. That comment, Perfect Joe. Shiv's kid is the next heir apparent, per se, given he's the only biological grandchild of Logan. The line of succession still lives on after Logan.
Oh, shoot.
That's right.
I didn't even, stop to think about the fact that Shiv is still pregnant and is a Roy fan. Oh, wow. Jesus. Okay.
That is crazy.
So, they could make another one? They won't. No, they have to end it here. No, they have to end it.
I'm wondering what Jesse Armstrong's going to do after
oh,
this.
Man. He's going to get, probably...
Because you guys remember the Game of Thrones hype after?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I want to see...
He's going to get offered, a Star Wars trilogy. And then they're going to butcher it. Yeah. He's going to leave the project before it even starts. It's going to be that kind of thing.
I hope not. So Peyton Nunes said, Shiv emotional, but Kendall isn't Roman. Isn't they both broke down? So much harder than Shiv this episode. Yeah, they both did very much break down. Someone said Logan will have done the same thing about Kendall's play on the numbers this season. I don't agree with that.
What was it?
Logan would have done the same thing about Kendall's play on the numbers this season. I think inflating the numbers and making the numbers.
What do you think Logan would have done there?
I don't know. I think he would have decided to either scrap or keep Living Plus. But the only reason they released Living Plus is to boost the numbers. Logan wouldn't have done that because the whole reason that he did that was to inflate the stock price so that Mattson couldn't buy. Mm-hmm. Logan wanted to sell.
Yeah.
So I don't think that would have came into play at this point.
You guys think that Logan would have try to get this deal done as quickly as possible. I think that's how the season started. I felt like he was like, let's go. Let's get it done as soon as possible.
Yo, Kate is spitting over here, bro. Ultimately, none of them were fit to run it. Like Roman said, Logan didn't want any of them to have it, hence the sale. That's actually a fact. So if you think about the fact that he's actually selling this company, it's like, I've always wanted to have one of you kids keep it. Really? Because if you did, then you wouldn't be selling the company.
Yeah.
Like deep down, he probably knew his kids would mess it up.
Yeah. Good point. So he never really intended to give it to them at all.
Like he maybe was trying to see if they could possibly do it. And, you know, time after time, he was just being proved like his suspicions were correct. Like they don't have the stomach for it. All right. Santiago said, hey, don't know what you said about that Ken and Rome scene. To me, it was terrifying, but it was also how love worked in that family. It was Rome asking Ken to hurt him and him doing it for love. Yeah.
Yeah. That scene was...
That's pretty similar to what our thoughts were, I would say. But you put it perfectly. Perfect Aljo says, if Shiv's kid is the next heir apparent...
we saw that
one already?
Yeah.
My fault. Ian says, yeah, that legit scared me. Kendall would not have ever hurt his brother before today, too. Yeah, I mean, I think we saw him kind of edging closer to that. Like, we saw him literally put his brother down, like, really, really bad the episode just before this one.
Right.
And he was like, you screw this all up, like, whatever. And you saw his brother went and hurt himself. So, clearly, it was getting to that point. But, yeah, I don't think, you know, I think they've had a soft spot for each other.
Yeah.
For a while, but...
Fix your mic if you can. Straighten it out a little more. Yeah. But I agree. I mean... what a crazy end to a show. I don't know, like we were talking about earlier as to where this ranks all time.
I was about to get into that, yeah.
And that is still, I think I need time to process it. It's not like Breaking Bad where it's like it ended and I was like, this is #1 show of all time. You know, it was, for me, that was an immediate like decision in my mind.
It kind of, we've all read Shakespeare stories.
Yeah.
Every single time I read Shakespeare, I'm always like this. It's always like, well, shit.
Yeah.
Like,
kind of almost like the ending you knew was coming, but the second that you read it, you're like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I'm not jumping like, yo, this is the greatest thing. It's more like, damn. You just sit there. That's how I feel when I read Shakespeare.
Right.
It's just, that's how I felt.
Right.
If sometimes in this show, it felt more like instead of character development, it was like character unraveling. Like the characters were already built. We just didn't 100% know them. And like little by little, season by season, we started to understand like the true nature and the true colors of the characters. And at the end, we just kind of got revealed everything. Ken's not fit to run the company. All of this is way too much for Roman.
Yeah.
And Shiv's pride over being better than her siblings won't let her, you know, give it to them. She'd rather let Tom take it.
Yeah.
Right. Like there's a lot kind of just being revealed about these characters and their backstory and everything that we get about them as a family. And I think that show did it very well. And that's why it's very different than Breaking Bad, because Breaking Bad, you can kind of see this development of this character and how they're changing from point A to point B. They're a completely different person. I don't think that's 1000% true with this. I think that we just got more revelation of the character and more understanding of them as time went on. And then the ending kind of just encapsulates it.
Yeah. All One Nerd is saying it's 4 a.m. here in London. Worth it. What a tragedy this was. At least Kendall and Roman can have a fresh start. Shiv just wanted to hold on to what little power she could as Lady Macbeth 2.0.
Fire. Facts.
Thanks
for tuning in, All One Nerd. Appreciate you tuning in from London.
Good. Ian, Logan didn't want his kids to be more successful than him. Ken said it in season 1. You hate what you've given your own kids. Logan wanted them to suffer as much as he did.
Jesus. It's crazy. Like, just like Mr. Guy said, tragedy hurts, man. It does.
Yeah.
It's especially when it's done like, you know, tastefully.
it's very. It's like like even the Shakespearean like comedies, like they're tragedies.
Yeah,
and like that's how I feel with the show because I've never laughed so much at a tragic show.
Right.
I've never laughed at like tragedy so much in my life, and at the same point feel just like hollow because of everything that I've seen. Absolutely wild. Very, very incredible writing.
Simone said, "I feel like this show could have went way longer. I don't possibly see how this last episode can leave us satisfied. I'm sad but excited. I feel like we could have seen way more."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think. Yeah, I do think that's true. I do think that there was so much more that the show could dive into, but I think one of the beautiful nuances of the show is how much they let you read between the lines. And how much they let you kind of just fill in your gaps of what is happening. And I think that leaves you wanting more, right? Like that's that's arguably a really, really good way to leave the audience.
Agreed. Although it's like, I don't even know. I was going to say something, but I don't even know anymore. I'm still processing. I'm just still processing. I'm like, oh my God.
All one nerd said there's no Mencken resolution.
That was one, yeah. We had no idea.
That's true. We don't know who won the freaking election, dude.
But this is the crazy thing. Like, it's all for naught. Like, it doesn't matter.
Right. It doesn't matter.
The Gojo deal is going to go down.
The Gojo deal's done.
Like, it doesn't matter because Mencken had already promised we're going to have a meeting because of Shiv. Yeah. They had that whole thing. And if Jimenez had won the election, they got it in the bag.
So they were plotting and scheming and wasting all this energy and all this breath for nothing because it was just hypotheticals.
Yes.
So
like, would I have loved to see a Mencken resolution? Yeah, but I think the election and the Mencken stuff was a plot point in a larger story that was being told. But I can understand why that's a negative. I think that was definitely a loose end that could tie that in. Bro said, "How do we lose Succession and Barry and HBO name in 1 week?"
Do you wanna announce to them?
Should we say it live?
Should we say it live?
Say what live?
What we're doing next?
Oh, go for it. Sure.
Well, guys, since
you guys voted on it, right?
You voted on it. Since you told us, the next show that we are going to watch is in fact Barry, and we will be reacting to it and putting that up on YouTube. We'll be starting from season 1, episode 1, going all the way to the finale. We know we're kind of late, but
the finale was literally
today. So I have no idea what's happening with that.
Yeah, same time.
I think Barry was at 8 and Succession was at 9.
No, they had a double feature.
It was a double feature.
What a day!
So it's crazy for people who've been following both of those shows.
That's fire. That's crazy.
What a day for HBO.
But yes, we'll be watching Barry. I think I've seen the first episode of Barry, but
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I haven't seen nothing. I have seen nothing.
Anything.
So yeah, it'll be exciting. I know a lot of our viewers have already seen Barry or have finished it or are watching it. So I'm excited to do that. And Anna says, I need to catch up on Barry. You can catch up with us. So yeah, I'm excited for that. So yeah, there's our little announcement, a little sneak preview for those of you who joined super late.
So do we remember we skipped ranking episodes because we were going to rank the show
as a rating the episodes?
Yeah, rating, like we weren't rating after a certain point. So do we want to rate the episode and rate the series as a whole? Like, what do we want to do now?
Oh my gosh.
Is it crazy. Too early?
I feel like the recency bias is going to be so like, you know what I mean?
I don't know.
Like, I feel like I need to sit on this for days.
Should we do a Succession 2 months later?
Discussion on it.
Yeah, we might need to do like a full discussion.
We sat and thought and analyzed.
After we sit.
I don't doubt Twitter's going insane. I don't even doubt it.
I wonder if people are super split on this. What are y'all seeing on Twitter?
Is it real split? I think I went on it for 2 seconds and people are split.
Really?
People are split.
Yeah. No, I buy it. I mean, I get why people would be.
Team Money, he said.
Honestly, feel like we did get a Mencken resolution. They showed in the election episode that they were jumping the gun on calling Wisconsin. Then this episode, they said Wisconsin was no longer looking red. Oh, there you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember they were like, oh, it's a little hiccup for Jared. Mm-hmm. So, like, they kind of gave you a little hint that was going to not, come to anything, that Jared was not going to be able to do it. Oh, so Ian ranked the seasons of which were his favorites.
Season 4, Season 2, Season 1, Season 3. Interesting.
I see a post. Someone said HBO has done it again, and it's a picture of the actor that plays Tom once again, and then the picture of the actor that plays Bran Stark. they crown the king that you don't expect or didn't want.
So
necessarily.
Ian said season 4, season 2, season 1, season 3. I don't hate that. I think that's pretty close to where I would be. Oh,
season 2. Season 2 for me is what solidified.
Appreciate you.
Season 2 for me is what solidified that this show was on another level.
Yes.
Yeah. That's true.
Because you had that scene that I brought up.
Bore on the floor. Bore on the floor was crazy.
On the floor was nuts. Season 2 is crazy.
Best season in your opinion? Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm racking my brain. Season 4 was just like a freaking roller coaster. Like you didn't know what you were getting from week to week.
The most hectic days in the Roy family.
Yeah.
Dude, like that's what's
when they were literally like something they mentioned in this episode, something about like, oh, he's only been dead a couple weeks kind of thing, something about Logan, and I was like, bro, I feel like it's been like a year since this man died. But it's literally just like day after day after day.
This let me pull this up. Gotta pull in a meme. Currently at the waist. Just throwing stuff out the window.
Oh my god!
I love The Office. I have to.
Gosh.
Every time that I see an Office meme, I have to. All right, yeah. I don't know. 10, 8, 10,
10, 8,
8, 10.
You're trying to rank
I'm bouncing between two numbers.
10 and 8. How are you between those two?
No, because the finale. I don't know. It's like
it was either horrible or amazing.
These are the seasons.
These are seasons.
No. Well, 8 is not horrible. What the hell?
Well, no. I'm saying that. Okay, if you're saying that you're going from either a 10 or an 8, it's because there's something crucially wrong with what is going on.
Yeah,
here.
Potentially. Let's say 9 and 10.
Okay.
Okay.
You're between a 9 or a 10.
It's tough. It's tough to like accept that ending, but at the same time, it's so well done.
Now that the show is done,
I didn't want to see Tom win.
What's your favorite episode of Succession? Raul is asking.
Frick, that's a hard question to ask.
Bore on the Floor is up there, bro.
Yeah,
Bore on the Floor is crazy. That episode's super crazy.
And I forgot about that.
Bore on the Floor. Bore on the Floor episode.
I'm gonna say Bore on the Floor.
Bore on the Floor in episode 3 of season 4. There's just there is just no way the shock that everyone felt that day was insane, and it was executed perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that is a perfect episode.
Yeah, and like all the technical challenges they had with shooting that, and just in general, like the complexity of the scene and everything, how they had to do it all in one take, like that, and the fact that they did that and pulled it off, like that's got to be up there for sure. But the Bore on the Floor episode was.
Guys, would you like a prequel series for Logan Roy? How he became the cutthroat monster in business?
Yeah, Ewan and Logan.
That would be interesting.
Like Ewan and Logan kind of origin story.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of see
Kendall's birthday is a good scene. Yeah, that's a good episode.
Oh, Kendall's birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, is
Retired Janitors of Idaho, season 3.
Retired Janitors of Idaho.
Kendall's birthday was when he was like a hipster, like tech thing, right?
That was.
Oh, I hated that version of Kendall in the best way. Like they wrote him for me to hate him, but like, oh my god, it was so bad, like so cringe. Yeah, I think that the prequel could be interesting, dude. Like I don't know.
Oh, Logan's. Was it Logan's birthday? The L to the OG rap. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Oh
that was iconic.
It was. Iconic. Oh my god.
All
right, so rate the season.
All right,
rate the
fine.
Season.
The season or the show?
Rate the show. Rate the show.
Rate the show.
Rate the show.
To me,
damn it.
Before additional review of this show,
first reaction.
I am giving this a 9.8 out of 10. Wow. I need to let it sit and simmer for me to bring it up that 10 because I feel like it's just too much recency bias. But I've loved this show. And I've been saying this entire time. Like people who've been watching will know that I said, I don't know how the writers can mess this up. So I've kind of given them an in to just like a layup, right? To kind of finish this off. And I think it did it justice, but I think I need to sit on it and really think about what happened and see if there's any missing pieces that I'm like, they really fumbled the bag on not delivering on this storyline or this arc or this, whatever it is. But I'll do 9.8.
Charlie, you said you're between an 8 and a 10.
Yeah. Right, he said he switched to 9 and 10 now.
8 to 10 range.
Yeah.
Kate has a really good point.
Kate's been spitting all
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Crazy.
Tom doesn't win. In his mind, he might, but he'll never be anything more than a puppet. That's true. That's true. But I feel like he's content with being that puppet.
Bro, Tom from the
so it's a win for him.
Was just the social ladder climber. Like you just trying to get
to the top,
and he did.
So he can have his nice things, his nice suits.
He got
nice
to where he
watches.
wanted to be.
And we all laughed at Tom.
Yeah.
We all said, dude, he just has, he's kissing everyone's ass. Like, he's doing this all to try to get in people's good graces. And guess what, bro? He kissed the right ass at the end of the day, and he got to where he needed to get to.
Kayla.
So.
Funniest possible ending is if Shiv walks out of the boardroom and it just cuts to black without any of the rest. Imagine.
Yeah, people would riot. People would
on
riot.
Twitter would be
People
like,
would actually riot.
You just get the little zoom in to Kendall's face reaction of just like being depressed and just cuts to black.
Oh my God, dude.
9 for the show, 1 for Peter's Taste and Cheese. Yes. Did they say what kind of cheese it was? It just said special cheese.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
LS says the boys always cut Shiv out, even though they told her they wouldn't. I think she realized she couldn't trust Kendall, and when she heard Roman make the point about her pregnancy, she decides to shift. Yeah. I don't know. I do think that Shiv and Roman had like kind of a complicated relationship because I do think they cared about each other.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, just the dynamic of them being pit against each other, I just don't think that she could have let one of them have it. I just don't think so.
Raul's asking, okay, different question. For such a tragic show, what is the funniest episode?
Oh my God, there's so many freaking.
There's so many episodes.
Boar on the Floor is hilarious. We already said
Boar on the Floor is hilarious.
Crazy thing is,
but
like,
it's
some of the most shocking.
It's very weird.
It's
scary.
It's disturbing, but also funny.
Yeah, it is really funny.
But that's the show.
Yeah,
that's literally the show. Like Roman was making incest jokes about his sister at his dad's funeral. Like, what the hell is that?
At the funeral,
and you
bro.
laugh because it's so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I can't even. Yeah, there's way too many episodes. I feel like I died at like every other episode. I'd have to go back and look at that one.
Yeah.
Congress
hearing episode. Yes, that episode was hilarious.
That episode was hilarious.
Yes. I just love
so
seeing
funny.
Connor in the background and him reacting to Logan and being like, yes. And then Greg's quote. What did he say? We put it up. If it so be it, so whatever. What does he say?
So it is.
So it is.
So it be.
So it be it.
Yeah,
Like that.
Yep.
Bro, I'm just dying at the fact that Willow really thought Khan was gonna go to Slovenia, and then she was like, "Oh, he's not." Rip.
I just think we get the conclusion of that relationship. It's going to end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the conclusion. I think that's what I got from it.
Yeah.
It's, like, it's not gonna last.
She's gonna have a much richer husband now that the sale has gone through. So maybe she will stick around.
Skase, I saw that. I saw a TikTok on that. Some people are saying a baseball player named Bill Wamsgam was the prediction for Tom's ending. Since they both made a triple play, you should look it up for more info. Yeah, I remember seeing a video of that. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He made like
look into that.
It was I don't know, in the park triple play, something like that. It was crazy. Solo. I think it was a solo triple play. Is that right?
Yeah. Dude, just for the writing alone, I'll give it a 10. The show's a 10.
I forgot we were rating, to be honest.
What is his name? Jesse Armstrong?
Yeah.
Whatever his name? Oh my God.
Whatever his name. Whatever this
Whatever.
brilliant writer's name is. Who's that guy?
Just
Shakespeare?
remember.
Yeah, I guess he's all
It's
right.
just a triple play. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
10. It's a 10, bro. Just shit.
JT
Let's
Larimore.
move on to the next Jesse show.
Yeah, facts.
It's a 10 for me. I'm on a 10 as well.
Yeah.
JT Larimore said, Kendall's a rich man with no future. I hate Shiv. You know what? Simple and sweet, man. That's how you feel. That's how
Got
you
to the
feel.
point.
I get it.
Unassisted triple play.
The four board seats that Shiv negotiated for came into play in the series finale. Four board seats Shiv negotiated for.
Oh, yeah. Those were the people that she was trying to get towards Madsen's side, right?
bring for Madsen.
So they all voted for it. All worked, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Stewie and Shiv met with Sandy off screen.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
All one nerd. You guys have done the show justice with your reactions. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
All we can ask for is that we get to share, some really cool TV moments with some pretty cool people. So thank you for being here through it. So, we're always going to remember the fact that we did this on live and we had people interacting with us and all that. So it's cool. Super dope. Yes, and it was Shiv's idea for an American CEO. So much irony. Yeah,
Bro, she literally gave the playbook,
keys, bro.
She literally said, "Here's the playbook.
Here's how you can fuck me over.
This is what you do."
Go ahead.
And he did it.
And he did. He was like, "Oh yeah, bet. Where do I sign?"
Did exactly. Oh, it's crazy,
bro.
Yo,
unreal.
You think he's gonna send her some of his blood?
Yo,
oh my god, bro.
After this is like a gift.
Yeah.
Thank you for your contribution. Here's my blood.
I know people were talking about the Emmys. What categories? Who do you think takes the Emmy?
Everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It'll go into categories it doesn't even belong in, bro. Animation. Freaking anything.
Oh my god.
I think Sarah Snook takes leading. Karen Culkin takes leading
Supporting?
actor. No, he's in the leading actor category. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
I think he's getting submitted for leading. Am I wrong?
it could. No, it could be.
I think he's.
I'd buy it. I mean, him, like,
I think
they're all like
Jeremy
1As.
Armstrong. They're all leading, right?
Yeah, I think they're all leading.
Yeah,
I think they're all
I get that.
considered leading.
That makes sense.
Damn.
It's gonna get best directed episode. It's gonna get best drama series. No way.
Hugo needs an award just for that one line he had in the last episode. Flop your dick out, pop a nut, do something.
Yes, Roman lead role.
Yeah.
Someone said, guys, I kind of predicted Tom taking over when he didn't attend Logan's funeral due to work. Logan would have been proud. Reference to season 1 when Kendall missed work for Logan's birthday. Yeah.
Damn.
It's crazy though because like, you know, I think Roman or Logan's idea of a CEO was someone that has the balls and the power to do it. That is not Tom. Like, let's be super clear about that. Tom is a front man. Tom is a shell for Mattson.
For Mattson to do his thing and go crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that like super different types of outcomes here. But, you know, I do think I see where like Tom always grinds to get, you know, he was like, I'm a grinder. You know, I have fear for a lot.
But on that point, do you feel though that Tom is kind of like a son that Logan never had, like the type of son that he wanted to have?
No.
Because here's why I say this. That point right there, that's 1. 2, Logan's still holding a relationship with Tom and letting him follow him around and whatever while he was doing the whole divorce thing with Shiv. And yeah, those are my biggest.
I don't think Logan ever really liked Tom. We never really saw him gain any sort of admiration for. Yeah, he tolerates him, but that's not like, I don't know.
He doesn't tolerate his kids.
Logan. Tom has always been a kiss up to Logan.
Yeah, and he never loved that.
Yeah,
he never loved it.
You remember towards the end, he wanted people to be honest with him and whatever. Tom literally is the person that says exactly what you want to hear because he knows that all, and you know, and he knows that all he's doing is kissing your ass to try to get in your good graces.
Yeah,
that's literally
good point.
Let's see here, a couple others. Ian says also the fact Shiv couldn't get behind Tom being CEO because it completely changes the dynamic of their relationship.
Yeah, RJ.
Shiv is now lower than Tom, which makes her miserable. Facts. Yeah. RJ said Tom ate his chicken.
Remember that scene? No. He comes and eats his chicken. Logan goes, "The fuck?"
Oh, yeah. He was like, "Oh, he takes my chicken."
He definitely didn't like.
He was like,
Tom, bro.
He said something like, "Oh, he just ate my chicken. What is he gonna do next? Put his dick in my potato salad?" Something like that. Some line like that.
No, yeah, he definitely didn't respect Tom.
Oh my god.
Very strong. Matthew McFadden already won Emmys for lead and supporting actor respectively, so I think they'll give lead to Brian Cox because he hasn't won one. Yeah.
That's nuts. Yeah,
he has
to win one.
It's true. Brian Cox.
But that's crazy. He's gonna get
for
one
having a performance in 3 episodes.
Yeah, I think
2.5.
It's like
he was in that. He was in a quarter of the 3rd episode.
Like, let's be real. He was in like. He was just in the beginning. We see him walk into the plane
Plus
and that was
cameo.
It. Yeah.
And that's it, or a couple other things. Oh, dude, that one video. Just remember that one video that they had when they went back to Logan's old place with Khan and they were watching the video of him doing the limericks and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, bro, they were really like the show really was like, yeah, they're a family. They're a family, bro. They love each other. Yeah, they love
Charlie,
each other.
We were reacting to it. Charlie's like, this is a make it or break it scene right there because it was a moment that they were bonding. You were like, oh wow, like this is finally.
Yeah.
We're actually going somewhere with this, and then
they had to find a way to fuck it all up.
Yeah.
Yep. They bro, but that's exactly it. Like, it reminds me so much of episode 3 in a different way, but like, oh, Logan's gonna go do business, he's gonna go figure out shit with Matt's, and he's getting on the plane like he does a million other times, and then all of a sudden this man dies. And it's like, oh my god, they made a meal for a king, they swam in the ocean, they're watching videos of dad and cuddling, like they're such a good family now, and like it's all coming together. No, absolutely not, because why not? Basically, Succession, whatever you think is gonna happen, the opposite is gonna happen.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see some other ones here. We have Ian says they really felt like a bunch of kids sitting around the floor in front of the TV. Yeah, exactly. They looked like they were super emotional about the whole ordeal, and it was just like, you really felt for them.
Atta said Shiv made the right decision. Kendall would have blown up the company. She realized she wasn't getting a position either way. She bet on the right horse. That is true, because every single time she bet on her brothers, they always throw her to the side.
Yeah, they always betrayed her.
They were always betrayed her. Always just throwing her to the side.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like, I always understood the reason why, because the whole like 3 is not clean thing. Like, I got that. It made sense. Like I was watching.
Bro, but the thing is, they never include her in any discussion. The whole thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's the same. But that's her dad's fault. Yeah. Because he did the same thing. Like he wouldn't include her in business decisions and anything like that, because he wanted her to go to management training and do the whole like 2-year program and like get experience in the company. And they basically were like, you don't have experience in the company, you don't have a seat at the table, which was a mistake, obviously. Right. Definitely was a mistake. Shiv is like definitely one of the most spiteful characters of this show, and like she showed that time after time.
True.
And I think she 1000% showed it in this episode. So
it's a 10. It's a speechless 10, but it's a 10.
They were always pitted against each other instead of singing and laughing and enjoying each other's company. Yeah. And at the end of the day, when backed into a corner, you go back to the habits that you know.
That video was insanely sad. Yeah, I agree.
Kate says, thanks, guys. This was great. Such fun to hear everyone's thoughts. Way past my bedtime. See you for Barry. Thank you, Kate, for tuning in. We will see you for Barry. Hope you keep sticking around with the channel. RJ said, do you get the feeling that they'll just all get over it? They'll be so rich, they'll laugh again one day, then hate on each other.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know, because now the dynamic is it's messed up, right?
Yeah.
Kendall probably won't speak to Shiv. I don't think Kendall speaks to Shiv for a while, or even gets in contact with his family. I think Roman and Shiv will have a relationship.
I feel like Roman and Kendall will have a relationship.
And Roman and Kendall as well. So Roman would be the middleman between both of them.
He'd be the bridge. He'd be the bridge in the family to kind of connect, because I think you're spot on.
I don't think they could ever get over the fact of what their father would have thought, though. I feel like that's going to be haunting them for the rest of,
Yeah. Like
forever.
They 100% failed him.
Yeah.
They 100% failed him. I mean, at the end of the day, they got an absolute, because they not only sold, they sold a Waystar, but they sold ATN.
And Logan wanted to keep ATN.
He wanted to keep
that
ATN.
was his baby.
Yeah.
That was his baby.
So I think, they absolutely fumbled. They sold, like they screwed up big time. Huge miss. Logan used Tom just like everyone else.
Yeah.
You think Logan and Kendall will still speak after what Roman said about Kendall's kids? Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough to swallow, but I think so.
I think they've said such shitty things to each other.
Yeah.
That at this point, like RJ said, it's 5 a.m. in the UK. Great job, guys. I probably should get some sleep. RJ, appreciate you. You're a trooper. Get some sleep, my friend. We'll see you around for Barry, or just stick around the channel for whatever we put out next.
Yes.
Who's to say also that they won't try the 100 thing again after some time?
Yeah, I don't see that happening. Because I think
at least Kendall's gonna try something else.
Maybe.
I don't think he can live without trying some business venture.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he definitely is.
He'll have to have some time to recover from this, but
wait, holy crap, the Pierce deal.
What about the Pierce deal?
What do you think comes of the Pierce deal that the kids made
with Nan Pierce? Yeah, I think that all kind of got put to the back burner once like the Mattson deal and stuff was taking the priority. I think like there's a lot of things like this in this season
shit.
What about the Pierce deal?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was only a verbal agreement, though, right? Nothing
Yeah.
was signed.
Well.
I was gonna say that would bankrupt them all.
Some very big,
It really would.
Some very big things that happened in this season were just like plot points to get to the ultimate, event. Like that specific thing that happened, like the Pierce deal, was all kind of a smokescreen, really, for what was happening with Mattson. And then we were really so honed in on that we weren't even considering the fact that Logan could have dropped dead. You know what I mean? Like there was so much going on in that moment, and I think it shows, right? Like they jumped from one venture to the next, but the second that they had an opportunity to take the company back and get that power that Dad always had, like they jumped ship and they went straight for that. Yeah. And even the Pierce deal was that in the first place, because we saw that he wanted Pierce, and they were like, nope, it's ours. So yeah.
Rose. So the Pierce deal goes through because they had the money for it. Now that they sold Gojo.
Yeah, so they do have the money for it. Oh my God. Yeah. August for June. I am so broken.
Yeah.
We got you as well.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah, we are. Oh my gosh.
So if they acquire Pierce, then they still have competition against, ATN at least. In a way.
Yeah. Robbie says, just jumped on, but loved you guys. Best reactions on YouTube. As a Kendall head, today was a bad day but as a Succession fan, great finale. Yeah, man. Hey, thank you for the love, Robbie. Really appreciate it.
Do you guys have favorite characters? I want to know what you guys' favorite characters are in Succession. True. Did you have favorite characters that you were rooting for?
I was kind of rooting for Kendall in this.
Yeah, I think the show makes you root for him in a way,
yeah.
Right? Like
because
he's fallen from grace so many times that you almost Kendall just want to see him succeed.
For a moment, it just felt like everything was genuine. Mm-hmm. The siblings were coming together and uniting, and then just blew up.
I'd say Roman's my favorite character, because he's the most real and the most like authentic of like what's actually happening. And like, yeah, he's a disaster, he's a mess, but I think that's just because like he's kind of honest with what the hell's going on. Mm-hmm. So I did love Roman. Roman's my favorite. Ian agrees. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Definitely Kendall for me, man. Just can't catch a break, so you want him to hopefully succeed. Yeah, I think Liam, I agree with that. I think that you see him so many times struggle that you're just like, bro, he's gonna get that break. Like, he's gonna get that break. I can see it coming. I can feel it. It just doesn't happen. Or like he gets something and then it just
gets the reality. It's just what business is like. It's crazy.
Yeah. Roman number 1. Logan Roy is my favorite character in terms of phrases and quotes. Roman Roy is the most complex character, my favorite to study. Yeah,
Roman has layers.
He has a lot of layers.
I think he's the one that you can read. You can just keep dissecting a lot because the man has gone through a lot. But also one that I think we didn't get a lot of, which is fine, is Connor, right? In many seasons, he's kind of it already hints to what his purpose is, right? As the character.
And what would you say that is?
The older brother who just sticks around for daddy's money and tries to find a purpose but really can't.
Mm-hmm. He's had that really good line in that episode where
because he's had so much, his relationship with his dad has been absolutely horrible.
Yeah,
that I feel like when his father passed away, he felt freed. Mm-hmm. He was in prison.
The more I'm thinking about this, like, I'm gonna tell you. So before I say this, I feel like I'm gonna get hate.
You're gonna get hate on this? Oh shoot!
On Tom specifically, right?
Okay.
Like, I hated Tom like throughout this entire show, like in the sense of like he's just such an annoying person. He's such a kiss ass, and you're like, oh my God, I want to punch you in the face. You have the most punchable face ever. But you look at this man's like, from start to finish, like he played all his cards probably the best way he could. And
why?
He ended up on top.
Because he was good at the corporate stuff.
Yeah. He knows how to do the corporate stuff. He also just ate shit. He knew how to eat shit.
And he's not a Nepo baby, is he?
I can't remember if his mom
was it as dressed?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember if his mom or dad or someone comes from money, but not nearly as much money as them. Yeah. Like it's not, what I mean?
Probably played a factor and maybe helped him.
Yeah.
Because, Kendall, man, came from money.
Yep. It's so funny that like they chose Tom, or it actually makes a lot of sense that they chose Tom to be the person who comes out on top because he's probably
Tom
the
is not a Nepo
most
baby.
unsuspecting person. Like, period. In the beginning of it, he's like trying to buy Logan a Rolex to impress him, and you're like, bro, you're an idiot. Like, there's no way that you'd ever get in his good graces or make it to the top. And suddenly, he does. Let's see here.
Succession is now starting here in Las Vegas.
Now,
Wait,
what?
Now you can't.
It didn't come out at 6?
I'm confused.
Doesn't it all release at the same time? So if it releases
it
at like
did.
9 p.m. Eastern time, it releases.
I would have
Really?
thought so. I'm sorry, Angeline. I hope you didn't, get any of the
anything spoiled
to you.
That is weird. I
Apologies.
thought everything comes out at the same time.
Well, I hope you get to watch the finale. Finale is amazing.
Yeah.
I hated Tom too. Yeah, Roseanne. But you gotta. Like, my point with Tom is you gotta respect the hustle. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta respect the hustle.
You do.
What else do I have to say? All right, guys. What else do we have? Because I don't even know what the hell to say anymore about this show. How long until you go back and watch it all, bro?
Wow.
The thing is, we're TV and movie junkies, so like we
move on to another show.
Yeah, like I have some shows to catch up on.
Yeah.
This man needs to start watching freaking.
I don't know what it's called. You need to watch.
Better Call
okay,
Saul.
all right. So Abe watches the shows.
I watch a lot.
I watch a lot of films. So that's why.
All right, but I watch films too. Don't matter.
I watch shows too.
All right, so watch Better Call Saul.
Oh, I will.
Yell at him.
I will.
Tell someone
I
tells him
will.
watch Better Call Saul.
I will watch Better Call Saul. I will
right,
watch it.
bet.
I will watch it.
I watched the same movie 100 times.
Where is it? This movie right here. This man will watch this movie 10 times in a row if you let him. He will watch Titanic.
You don't understand how upset I am.
Is
that
your
I
next
missed...
project Sopranos or Barry? Bro, it is Barry.
It is
we are
Barry.
watching Barry.
We're watching Barry next. Sopranos could come down.
I've
down
seen
the road.
Severance. Great show.
Yes, I've
Great
seen
show.
Severance as well.
Great
To
show.
catch up. But Severance is having a lot of issues right now in
Issues
terms
in
of production
production,
stuff.
yeah.
So I hope they can make a second season.
Yeah.
Will Connor's relationship withstand the long distance relationship?
No.
No.
I think.
Depends how much money comes
I
through.
said it earlier before. I think the scene that we got with Willa and him, I think it showed that the relationship was not going to last.
Yeah.
They were gonna. I think they would split.
Yep.
But he's most likely not going to get that long distance relationship because that all depends on Megan winning.
True. We don't know if Megan won.
Yeah, well, most likely no. Jimenez most likely won. If they made a sequel to this show, what would you like to see? Frick, that's a good question.
You know what would be super interesting?
Yeah.
Tom's arc from ass kisser to killer.
So a show focused on Tom.
Focused on Tom. Now he's the CEO. Is he gonna continue to be a puppet, or is he going to actually become like a Logan arc?
Right. Because at some point he's got to get annoyed of Matsson's shit, right?
Potentially. But
especially because Matsson was like,
he does just love a title. He loves to just be that dude, right? But if he's still with Shiv, maybe she's kind of coaching him in this way.
The thing is, like, being CEO also gives him some sort of power, no?
Yeah,
to a certain extent.
Sorry, guys, I'm super sniffly. I'm under the weather.
We'll wrap up soon so you can take some
No, it's cool. It's cool. I'm so happy to interact with everybody.
Kaiju, I hope I said that right. I look forward to watching your Barry reaction, but The Sopranos would be a great experience for you. It would attract an audience to your channel. You guys are awesome and deserve all the success.
What was that? You were whispering.
All the success.
It's fine.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, Sopranos is something that we've been debating for a bit. I think it's definitely a possibility that we can do it in the future.
Yeah.
Say that we're all open to watching it. I think the biggest thing with Barry right now is that it's a lot of people are watching it, whatever. So we want to join in on being able to engage with people on Barry, and not lose that little bit of community while it's still here. But great shows live on, right? So like people are talking about The Sopranos. When the hell did The Sopranos end?
Dude, I want to say early 2000s.
Yeah.
2000s,
So like, and people are still talking about The Sopranos.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie. Just from the pilot, you guys would be hell intrigued.
No, I know for a fact.
All one nerd, boys, and everyone in the chat. It's been a pleasure. Catch you around. Peace. Thank you, sir, for joining. Have a great night. Have a great night, everybody. Prequel to Logan's story would be such a controversial one in this climate. Yeah. But I mean, this show was pretty controversial in itself, so I don't think that they, would not be able to dive into that. Sopranos gets better every season. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna have to.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to do 2.
We're gonna have to.
I
end up
think we
doing
might
2.
have to do 2.
Barry is easy, right? It's 30
Barry's
minutes.
30 minutes.
So
Yeah,
maybe we can do
30 minutes
Sopranos
quick
also.
watch.
We'll see. We will see.
If the demand is there for both, we'll do both.
If we hit 1,000 subscribers
I mean, the goal
in
is
the next 20 minutes, we'll do both.
We'll put the
But that
whole show
but
reaction.
that is the
in
goal.
a
The
week.
goal is to hit 1,000. So
Yeah.
we want to get there. We would do both. If the demand is there, we would do both.
And you also got to do The Wire. I also have heard a lot of stuff about The Wire.
Yeah.
Barry is pretty great. Wish they were an hour-long episodes, honestly. Yeah.
Mm.
Like, there's so much like development to happen in like these shows. For an HBO show, to me, being 30 minutes is like almost shocking. Because I'm like, I don't know. I just see everything as like an hour show at least.
Yeah.
But you know, we'll see. I've heard really good things about Barry, and I love Bill Hader. I think he's funny as hell.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to dive into it. I don't think The Sopranos is as old as an old show is going to bring a lot of viewers. I would stick to current shows. Appreciate that feedback. I would just say that regardless of that, we love shows and we love film, whatever. Like, so if we can put our reaction to watching Sopranos, and if one person loves it, one person subscribes, dope. Obviously there are things that are going to be bigger that more people are going to want to see.
Yeah.
But you know, if we can do that, then I'd say why wouldn't we, right?
Yeah.
But we'll definitely do Barry. Y'all seen any anime?
Yes. The only one here. I'm trying to get. No. I am.
I watched Dragon Ball as a kid. Stop it.
Oh, get out of here.
I watched Naruto. So yeah, I'm an anime light.
Actually, you know what I started? I started Spirited Away the other day.
It's a great movie, bro.
Yeah.
It's the only anime film to win Best Anime Feature at the Oscars.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy.
The only
Anime needs way more love.
Oh my gosh.
Davi's definitely the anime expert. Though.
Oh my god, I love
go
anime.
watch his review on the Suzumi movie
Yeah,
if you haven't. It's on our channel.
So good.
I love it, my guys. So there you go. The Wire, Sopranos, Barry, The Boys. Oh, The Boys.
The Boys will come out this year.
Yeah.
They are planning on catching up.
We're planning on catching up,
so we can
get on that.
Get on that for the new season.
Yep. Anyone in here watch Invincible?
Invincible as well when it comes out end of the year.
Purposefully avoided watching the last episode of season 1 because I knew it was going to take so long for the next one to come out.
Yeah, those are two shows we will be covering. I think 100%. Invincible and The Boys.
The Boys will probably 1,000%.
Yeah.
Death Note, Attack on Titan are must watches. I've heard Death Note. Yeah, I've heard both of those.
Attack on Titan's wild.
I'm watching Demon Slayer right now, and then
I started Demon Slayer. I have to keep going. Yeah. I only got like 3 episodes.
And when Attack on Titan finishes, because it's been season 4 part 55, when that finishes, I will start Attack on Titan.
Bro, Hitachi said True Detective season 1 and Fargo are great. True Detective season 1, like I've heard amazing things. And it's McConaughey.
Did you see that?
The light. It's our accent.
Oh.
It died. I was like, these lights changed colors.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
It's McConaughey. And who else in True Detective? Am I right on that? I want to say it's McConaughey and one other pretty big time actor.
And I'm pretty sure Fargo is it the Coen brothers?
I think Fargo is the Coen brothers.
Yeah.
Fargo is a classic. All right. I'm being told by our producer, director, editor / guy who needs to edit our reaction.
All right, we got
that we need to wrap up.
Okay.
Last few comments.
Last few questions.
Woody Harrelson, bro. It's Woody Harrelson.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. McConaughey and Woody Harrelson, that's got to be crazy. That's big time.
True Detective season 1, Breaking Bad season 4,
and
5 and 6 season 4 are probably the best seasons.
Wow. That's a big list.
That's a
I
good
definitely
list.
agree with
it's a great list.
Succession, so.
I've never seen True Detective, so.
Yeah, I think I need to watch True Detective.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. There's 56 people left in this chat.
So you got questions. We'll take how many questions?
2 or 3 questions.
2 or 3 questions, and then we'll
wrap up, and then we'll get out of here and let people actually go to sleep. Except for the West Coast.
When are you guys gonna start your next project?
Soon.
Like probably next week.
Probably next week.
Next week we'll begin with Barry, and hopefully episode comes out end of next week.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start with it right away. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, I think we can do it like right away.
Worst character? Why is it Carrie?
Yo. That's a good one. Yeah, Carrie.
Bro.
Worst character. No.
Worst character in what way? I feel like I love every character in this. In this
Oh,
show.
right. Oh, that's a great question. I have pitched this to some people before. I'm sorry. I just saw a good question.
Oh, no, you pitch it. Go ahead. You pitch
okay,
and then
so
I'll pitch.
I was watching. So, I think a lot of people have seen this show, so I make a comparison to this show. I tell people, Succession is a more serious, it's a dramatized version of The Office.
No way. Yeah.
I said it's a dramatized version of The Office. That's how and some people are like, wait, whoa.
And they're like, well, how does that make sense?
How does it work? I was like, just watch it.
Roseanne, take care.
But let me know if that makes sense. That's how I tell people. I tell them
Yeah.
it's a dramatized version of The Office.
So, I was telling he's saying, what does that mean?
The way it's filmed specifically with the
it's like
zooms,
the style of The Office.
the style of The Office, I do feel like it
camera
resembles
work.
a lot of Succession.
Yeah.
That's why I
compare
it to that.
And it's very like mockumentary in a way that
Mhm.
like what's being said is very real, and it doesn't seem too, scripted in terms of the language. Of course, it is scripted, there's whatever, but
Yeah.
it's got that Office feel to it where the stuff is very, drama version of Arrested Development. The camera work is the same too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard it's similar to that. So my pitch. So what happened?
It's Game of Thrones and NYC with no nudity or sex. LOL.
Wait, that's actually crazy. How, there's no nudity in this show.
No, there isn't.
There's no nudity.
There's
talk
only
about
that
sex
scene. There's
so
only
much.
that
is
scene
a
where
first for HBO.
Roman has that scene in the window.
They paint the picture of that stuff, but they don't show it
Yeah.
because it's always Roman commenting some crap.
So one thing that I got, so my college roommate, my old college roommate, was talking to me, and I was like, "You need to watch Succession." He was like, "Well, I feel like it's not for me," and he told me why. And he said, "I feel like he's heard that there's no characters to root for, and that you don't actually like anybody, any of that stuff." So I pitched it to him as like, this is more of an insight into a really messed up family, and you just get the ins and outs of that family, and if you care about like the psychological human element of that in any way, you'll like the show. And he was like, all right. I played to his psychology.
Yeah, because your roommate is all about.
Oh yeah, he loves psychology,
it.
loves understanding people. So I was like, dude, it's not like you're gonna have a character that you're gonna be like, oh my god, this character is the best. This show is much deeper than that, and I like that about the show.
Yeah.
And I told him, like, if you just analyze, if you look at this from a psych perspective and into the characters and who they are as people and why they are that way, it's one of the most interesting shows I've seen from that perspective. What else we got here? We got like one more comment.
Before another comment, Kathleen Flynn, thank you for your donation. We appreciate it.
Kathleen.
Oh,
Thank you.
It didn't pop up on the
And
screen.
it pop up on the screen. It's supposed to pop on the screen. I got a
sorry.
notification.
Shout out
Thank
to
you
you.
so much.
Thank you. Cool.
It's about a family of narcissists arguing why they are the best.
Yeah, 1000%, pretty much. Yes.
Yeah.
People,
Charlie, how would you pitch Succession?
Geez, I don't know. I would have to like say one of Roman's lines or something.
Yeah, Kieran Culkin one-liners. Jeremy Strong method acting, but good.
The kid from Home Alone, yeah, his brother's in it, and he's crazy. Something like that. I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah.
5 a.m. over here. I'm heading to bed. Have a good rest of your night, guys.
Yeah.
All right,
Thank
so
you so much for
have a
joining
good
us, Kayla.
With
Past
that,
midnight for us too.
with that being said, it's past midnight for us. We got some editing to do to make sure that our reaction stuff goes live because I know people want to see that. So yeah, we meaning Charlie. Yeah. But y'all, thank you so much for staying with us this late. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thanks for making Succession a really special watch. It was fun to interact with all of you and to get different perspective. Felt like we were kind of part of a community and stuff. It's kind of like, seeing your show every Sunday and talking to your friends at school about, the new episode of this. So that's kind of like what this feels like. So
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing that to us. And it brings us a little bit of happiness. So appreciate the support. Please like, subscribe, comment, share this video with your friends. We will be back for more. See you for Barry. Have a great night. Love you all. Peace.
Peace out, guys. Thank you.